Hi, I'm Dr. Margie Lee. I'm a professor at Virginia Tech, and I'm a member of the Messiah Education Foundation Board. This is my first visit to the school. I first heard about the school and the board in 2018 when I became friends with Randy and Theo and Paula and Rebecca. And they told me they were building a school. And I said, well, that sounds fantastic. What do we need to do? And so at the time I was helping fundraise, but I hadn't had the opportunity to see the school. And so this is my first chance to see it in its physical presence, to meet the children, to meet the teachers, to meet the administrators. And I have been in awe of the photographs over the last 4 years from the school. And now I am in awe of the children and how good their English is and how good their studies are and how curious they are about life and questions. I've been so impressed with the expertise of the teachers and the textbooks and the evidence of their learning from their notebooks. The infrastructure, the buildings have been outstanding.
In addition to just the growth of the school, there are many more amenities. We have the groves and now the gardens. Much more of the community appears to be engaged in the school, and it's really encouraging to see how the school has grown and the community has rallied around the school over the past couple of years to grow it into what it is now. From just 1 or 2 buildings a couple of years ago to 5 or 6 or 7 buildings with several more planned. And now the grade 1 that we saw several years ago is now in grade 6, and they're coming upon their grade 7 next year, and we look forward to seeing them graduate and move on to secondary school.
I'm so inspired by the children and by the oasis that's been created here to provide an amazing opportunity for these kids to learn and thrive and just have every opportunity available to them. I've seen pictures and I've heard about all of the progress and I've seen it over time, but you really don't understand it until you're here and you see it and you feel it. And also driving in, in the landscape that you're driving through is so dry and barren and empty. And you come into this space that's just beautiful and green and, full of love and laughter and joy from the children. And you can tell they really love being here and they love learning. And the staff loves teaching and loving and being with the children. It's really a family here. So we sponsor 3 children, 90, Innocence, and Lightness. And we will continue to sponsor them throughout their education here and look for new opportunities. When my mom passed away 2 years ago, we decided to dedicate memorial donations here to the school, and we were able to dedicate a wing in the girls' dormitory as a legacy and really to represent my mom's love of education and her commitment to her own children.
When you come to the school, which we just did 2 or 3 days ago, there are over 200 kids that are incredibly busy, very respectful, very smiley. They're having fun. They love one another. And you have a group of adults, teachers, principals, staff members that put the kids first in this amazing facility.
Yeah, there's a lot of success because we actually receive nursery students from our societies. They cannot even master and use most of the things that are found in our environment, like toilet. We receive some of them can't even use the modern toothbrush to brush them. So we do train them for those all activities. But apart from that, we train them for arithmetics, reading and writing, and self-expression. But also we have achieved a lot during national examinations, especially in class 4 for both 2 sets that at the first start, we acquired, or we were ranked the second in the district-wise, and then fourth in region-wise for the first time, despite the fact that it is a new school, you know, in a village. But also last year we were ranked the fifth, despite the number of students to be very few. We still managed to be in top 10. So that is a big achievement.
We are so grateful to our donors. I wish I could see everyone. I want to assure them that their incredible support has been really transforming the life of the Maasai children, and even from Engaruka and from Arusha region. And I'm sure it will do that for Tanzania. And you know, education is a long-term investment, and it's an unending service. So we are sure that so many generations will be transformed by this kind of education. And we want to assure the donors that the funding are being wisely used, and you will witness one day when you are in Engaruka.
Well, I can say this, that the board and the school appears to be amazingly responsible with the funds. I see no waste of funds. I see very strategic planning. I see frugality. I see people being smart. The engineering's outstanding. The construction is outstanding. The plans are outstanding. I wouldn't hesitate to donate money because I don't see waste. I see people who are emotionally invested in success here.
So really it's just phenomenal. I encourage people to come and see for themselves, to understand what it's like and what a huge difference EEMPS is making for the children, for the families, and for the overall community here in Tanzania.